Hello friends, I'm Lata Singh and today I have picked up a very beautiful poem named The Ball Poem. It is written by John Berryman. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar. He is best known for the Dream Songs, written in 1969, which was a sequence of 385 poems. He won Pulitzer Prize for the Dream Songs. He also won National Book Award. Well, through this poem named The Ball Poem, he has described the reality of life, which everyone has to face one day. He has touched the topic of how to stand up against the miseries and sorrows of life. It's a very beautiful and a very strong message giving poem. This ordinary named poem conceals an extraordinary tale that we'll come to know by further reading. In this poem, the poet is talking about a little boy who has lost his ball, and it's very ordinary thing. We all must have done, right? It happened with all of us. He was playing with his ball, and the ball skipped from his hand and went into the nearby water body. You can say it a river, a harbor, or anything. The poet says that this sight of the boy losing his favorite ball made him think about the boy and his reaction to the situation. He further says that the boy was helplessly looking into the water where his ball had gone. He was sad and was trembling with fear. He got so immersed in his sorrow that he kept standing near the harbor for a very long time and kept on looking for his ball. The poet says that he could console him, that he may get a new ball, or he could give him some money to buy another ball, but he stops himself from doing so because he thinks that the money may bring a new ball but will not bring the memories and feelings attached to the lost ball. And this is the concept of this whole poem. He further says that the time has come for the boy to learn his responsibilities. Here, the poet wants to say that now the boy will learn the toughest lesson of life, the lesson of accepting the harsh realities of life, that one day we will lose our loved ones and our loved things. So, without further delay, let's start the tale. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. The tale starts with a boy who is playing with his ball, and now this ball has been lost. Where? How? Let's explore it. The poet is talking about a boy who has lost his ball. He wants to know about him, about this boy, and his reaction after losing the ball. Further, he asks to himself that what this boy will do after losing his ball. The poet has seen the ball going away from the boy. He says that the ball was cheerfully jumping up and down in the street. This means that when the ball skipped from boy's hand, it went into the street and later on it fell into the nearby water body. यहाँ पर पोएट देख रहे थे एक बच्चे को बॉल से खेलते हुए. सो ही वॉज लुकिंग एट द बॉय. पोएट बॉय की तरफ देख रहे थे और अचानक से क्या हुआ, उस बच्चे की बॉल खो जाती है. कैसे? वो बॉल बाउंस होते उछलती कूदती वो गली में जारी होती है और उसके बाद वो धीरे से लुढ़क के कहाँ चली जाती है? पानी में चली जाती है. अब जो पोएट हैं वो बहुत ही एक्साइटेड हैं टू सी द रिएक्शन ऑफ दिस बॉय ऑन लूजिंग हिज बॉल। अब इस बॉल के खोने पे इस बच्चे का क्या रिएक्शन होगा वो देखने के लिए हमारे जो पोएट हैं वो बहुत उत्सुक हैं। तो लेट्स रीड फर्दर टू नो व्हाट हैपेंड नेक्स्ट। नो यूज टू से, ओ देयर आर अदर बॉल्स। An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. I would not intrude on him. A dime, another ball is worthless. Now he senses first responsibility. When the ball went into the water body, the poet says further that there is no benefit of consoling the boy by saying that he will get another ball because he has other balls too, and it's very cheap, it's very ordinary thing, anyone could buy once again, right? तो यहाँ पर पोइट कहते हैं कि उस बच्चे को ये समझाने का कोई फ़ायदा नहीं था कि उसे नई बॉल दिला दी जाएगी या नई उसे और पैसे दे दिए जाएंगे बॉल ख़रीदने के लिए। ही सेज सो बिकॉज द बॉय इज़ फीलिंग वेरी सैड। और वो ऐसा इसलिए कह रहे हैं क्योंकि जो बच्चा है वो बहुत ज़्यादा सैड है। एंड वाई दिस बॉल इज़ सैड? बिकॉज सो मेनी मेमोरीज एंड फीलिंग्स वर अटैच्ड विद दिस बॉल एंड नो न्यू बॉल can fill that, right? And this boy is completely surrounded by sorrow. He is sad because all the memories of the childhood days went down the harbor with the ball. और इस नदी में, इस हार्बर में उसकी जितनी भी यादें थी उस बॉल से जुड़ी हुई, they all went. Here the poet says that the boy is very sad as the ball which has now gone into the water reminds him of those sweet memories, of the sweet times when he owned it, when he played with it. And this loss is unbearable for him and he is grief stricken, और अब वो बहुत दुखी है। The poet says that he can't even tell the boy to take some money from him in order to buy another ball. He says so because the new ball will not bring the sense of belonging to the boy. Further, the poet says that the time has come for the boy to learn the responsibility of taking care of his things. तो पोइट ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि अब वक्त आ चुका था कि वो बच्चा ये रियलाइज़ करे कि उसे अपनी चीज़ों को कैसे संभाल कर रखना है, और एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट लेसन उसे लर्न करना है इस बॉल के गुम होने से। समवेयर वी गेट टू नो वन मोर थिंग हियर दैट दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट टाइम दिस चाइल्ड इज़ लूजिंग समथिंग। ऐसा लग रहा है पोइट के कहने से जैसे पहली बार इस बच्चे के पास से कोई प्यारी सी चीज़ गुम हुई है, राइट? लेट्स कंटिन्यू फर्दर। नाउ ही सेंसेस फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इन अ वर्ल्ड ऑफ पोजीशंस। People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. He is learning well behind his desperate eyes the epistemology of loss, how to stand up, knowing what every man must one day know, and most know many days how to stand up. Here the poet says that the boy has to learn that in this materialistic world many of his belongings will be lost. Here he personifies the ball as his belongings, be it the worldly things or the relationships he is in possession of, right? So he says that he has to learn to live without them no matter what. He says no one can buy back such things from him, and no one can bring back memories. Once it is lost, once it is past, you can't live the same moment again. The poet said so because, according to him, money cannot buy you everything. If it does buy you some materialistic thing, still it will not be able to buy the sense of belongingness, the sense of happiness, the sense of attachment you had with your previous thing, right? He says that the boy is learning how to stand up against the sense of lost things. This means that the boy is trying to learn the real truth of life, which states that you have to accept the miseries of life and stand up again. This is the truth which everyone has to learn in his or her life. The harsh truth of standing up against the odd miseries of life that everyone has to bear some or the other day. एंड वी ऑल नो कि जो भी समय एक बार बीत जाता है, जो लोग एक बार हमसे बिछड़ जाते हैं, उन्हें हम दोबारा वापस नहीं पा सकते। एंड दिस इज़ द हार्श रियलिटी ऑफ लाइफ। यही सच है और इस सच को एक्सेप्ट करके हमें आगे बढ़ना ही होता है। राइट, टू लिव दिस लाइफ वी हैव टू मूव ऑन. We can keep the memories as happy memories, we can cherish them time to time, but we can't bring back them. Got it? So this is the message given by this poem. Well, there is a line said by the poet to the boy, right? That I would not intrude on him, right? So the poet said this line because he does not want to intrude, so that the boy can get a chance to learn the real truth of life. He has to learn to accept the loss. The loss here means the most important things or relationships, and that is why to give him this teaching, to make him learn this lesson, the poet didn't wish to intrude him in that point, offering him money or offering him to buy a new ball. And just after that, there was another line saying, now he senses his first responsibility, right? So, this line helps us to know that the boy has not lost anything before, and this is the first time he is losing something that is so precious and worthy to him. I hope this poem has made an impact on your mind too, and you must have loved it. And if there comes a situation in your life just like that, you are able to overcome it, and hopefully you must have overcame lot many such circumstances, such situations. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.